This is the IZIP E3 Metro. It's sort of a porter bike. It's got a strong reinforced rear rack that actually uses standard gauging here, standard gauge tube, for use with panniers, sort of the shopping basket ones. You could hook a bag to this thing, and it's got this plateau, sort of a front rack, and it's built the way it should be, where you can turn the wheel, but the rack is actually built onto the frame, and it's removable. So you can see there's these bolt-on pieces here. If you just use a standard key Allen wrench, you can loosen them a little. The rack slides up and off. They've both got these nice bamboo wood accents on them. Really pretty. And overall, this bike, it's kind of a unisex color and everything, but it's got that step-through design that's going to make it easier to mount for anyone who's riding, because frankly, if you've loaded this thing up with groceries and you want to be able to easily get on and then stabilize the ride like this if you have to stop, right? So really well thought out, and this is actually won an IF award, design award, because of the utility that it brings. And they say 20 pounds in the front, but I've put a lot more in that, and it's fairly sturdy, and there's different points to put straps or all kinds of stuff. So it's a really fun bike that way. And other things they've done to sort of add utility here is a bunch of braze-ons here for adding fenders if you wanted to. They've got the nice chain guard right there. These super solid, oversized, I wouldn't call them oversized, but they're bigger tires. They're going to give you a little bit of extra support when you're riding, because there's no suspension on this thing. And frankly, you're hauling stuff around. You might want a little bit of comfort, but you probably aren't going quite as fast as a road bike or a mountain bike or something like that. And it feels pretty good when you're riding. It's also highly adjustable. You can see the seat post goes up and down with a quick release right here, and it's got a suspension seat post, which is nice. It gives you a little bit of shock absorption. A cool handle built right into the seat right there, right behind those rails there, the saddle tubes. And that's cool because in order to get the kickstand up, you kind of want to lift the whole bike up a little bit, just kind of boost it up, and then kick the kickstand up. And it's cool. It's sort of one of these two leg kickstands, and that keeps the bike sort of straight, right, and stable for loading up with groceries or whatever it is that you've got to go with. And it's a cool design. Those actually fold up to one side, so I'll try to do that. And kind of lift the bike up. Whoops. Kick that back like that. And you can see how there we go. They get pretty high up and out of the way. And that was pretty easy to do using that handle. There we go. So, a lot of thought went into that. You got metal pedals, extra durable, if the bike falls over or whatnot, give you good power transmission from your legs into the system itself. They've got an adjustable stem up here, which is really cool. 8 speeds, and they've even got kind of an oversized granny gear here, low gear for climbing or just really helping with those heavy loads. But frankly, this has got an awesome drive system, and so you've got the bike, the power system, the battery and the motor to help you out. You don't necessarily have to pedal as hard. And I should say, while we're talking about bike specs, nice 160 millimeter mechanical disc brakes, front and rear. Okay, so now let's check out the drive system. 500 watt geared motor, and that's going to be offering a lot of torque, at the low end when you're going slow. And it's got a throttle as well as pedal assist. So this thing, can complement you when you're riding, or if you're just focused on stabilizing your ride or whatever, maybe you're wearing high heels or something, boots or whatnot, you might not be as inclined to pedal. And so it's neat that it offers both of those. But 500 watts is pretty powerful. Geared is going to give you that leverage there. It's a little bit noisier than like a direct drive gearless motor, but otherwise fairly good offering there. The battery pack is actually built right into that seat tube, and that keeps the weight centrally located on the frame and low to the ground. And it's removable. So what's cool about this thing is it can be charged on the bike. Right here you can see there's sort of like a power outlet, or you can use the quick release right here and then you just slide this whole thing up like that, see? And it just slides out, you know, all the way. Ah, there we go. Oh, and you can see there's an adapter so you can charge this thing off the bike if you want to. And that's gonna help you maintain the battery, keep it clean, keep this thing from getting tampered with, which are all good things. Okay, got that back on. So the other cool thing about this, aside from the water bottle cage mount there, is the computer. This thing actually twists off, so you can take it with you. Kind of reminds me of a Segway, and they've mounted it here next to the left grip so you can actually access it while you're riding. Frankly, I think it's a little big, you know, and they're probably working to refine this a little bit, but it's neat. It gives you quite a few options. You hold the power button, you know, 2.6 IZIP, shows your battery capacity here. We're almost full, and it lets you pick from different levels of pedal assist, okay? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, using that plus or minus. And if you hold the plus, it switches from pedal assist to pedal on demand. And that's that twist throttle. So let's do that just so you can kind of hear the motor doing its thing. There we go. I'm just starting from rest. And you can kind of hear it a little bit more. Again, it's a geared hub motor, but it gives you good torque, and that's kind of what you want if you're carrying a load like that. So I'm going to do some pedal assist now. Ouch. So it's just started off, you know, a little bit less abruptly than in the past. And this is assist level 2. Let's do 1. Okay. Yeah, you know, less abrupt than before. And that upright riding position is nice. You kind of got your head up, you're seeing traffic, you know, getting to the grocery store, making sure you don't run into anyone, that kind of thing. And I wanted to mention, it's kind of cool, they've got a deflopilator on the front, so you know, when you're loading this thing up, it's not going to spill or tip over quite as easy. And that's that spring right there. So that's it. That's the IZIP E3 Metro. For more info on this electric bike and others, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.